Hi everyone, it's Keela Naima. Happy 2017. I hope this year is going well for you so far. I thought I'd do a video today to talk about procreation and how, as women of color, African or Black women, how we can make better choices when it comes to choosing the right man slash father for yourselves and your children. One thing that I've noticed, especially here in the States, is that a lot of Black women are told to not necessarily settle with just any type of man, but a lot of women here feel obligated to take care of a man as if that's her child, take care of him financially. And I know a lot of women who make a lot of sacrifices to pay their bills, their man's bills, pretty much baby them. And these are grown men. And that's just backwards to me. I don't think any woman should settle with a man who can't financially take care of himself. The first thing that a man should be able to do is provide a roof over his own head. I think the biggest flag, red flag, is when he lives with his mother, especially if he's over the age of 26. If you're over that age, you should be able to take care of yourself. At least have your own, like, a job and be able to support yourself, not rely on a woman. I think that is the biggest red flag. And please believe that he's over the age of 25 and he's still his mom's, not really making any strives to become better and be able to take care of himself financially. That's going to be your role. You're going to take on that role as his mom to take care of a man. And that's not cool. And then to have this guy lay up in your house, and then eventually you decide to create a family with this man, and then you're mad at him because everything's on you. You're paying the bills, you're taking care of the children. That's a lot of stress for one person. And he's not really making any strides to do better or to, bring more income to the household to support you and your children. That's not right. I feel like the first thing that any woman should be looking for is a man who is self-sufficient, who is able to take care of himself and does not need a woman to do that for him or government assistance. The second flag it's not really a flag, but if he has a child or children and you do not have any, this is something where I fell short because I dated two guys with children and I didn't have any. And that was a very stressful situation because here I am dealing with a man with kids and I don't know anything about children. I have no desire to take care of kids right now. I'm still in my 20s and I want to travel and live life and learn more about myself. And I definitely feel like if you're a woman without children, you might want to just start dating guys without children as well. Just because sometimes it's not fair for the woman to deal with the children's mother. You don't know the type of relationship that the man has with her. And I don't know, I feel like that can lead to a lot of complications, a lot of drama. And I think it's also awkward to have attachments with the child and say the relationship with the father does not work out. I think that's unfair to the kid as well. So I would say definitely if you do not have children, consider dating men without kids as well. The third thing would be, I don't agree with women dating men just for looks. And this is a big one because all my friends not all, but a lot of them disagree with me on this topic when it comes to dating men with looks. Just because he looks good does not mean he will make a good husband or father. He has to have other things going for himself besides his looks. If anything, I think a woman really shouldn't let that determine who she should date based off a guy's looks. She should definitely be more in tune with his culture, his upbringing, his IQ, or just, if he's intelligent or not. That should be the deciding factor as to if you want to, be this man's wife and, have him be the father of your children. So definitely do not date a guy just because he looks good, because looks can be deceiving. And that goes for women too. You shouldn't date a woman just because she looks good, because there are other qualities that you should be looking for, especially if you're trying to create a family and get married one day. My biggest thing is I just refuse to procreate and marry a man who's slow. Like, I like intelligent men. And if I were to have children, I would want them to be intelligent. And I truly believe that there's different breeds of people who have high IQs, and there are a lot with low IQs. And yeah, that's just me. What else? Another red flag is if this guy does not have any type of future goals, he doesn't have anything that he doesn't want to accomplish in the next 5 or 10 years, or he doesn't have, especially if he wants to get married, if he doesn't have a plan. I think that is a huge turnoff. You definitely want to be with a man. I feel like it's more of an alpha male thing too. Most alpha males, I feel like they have a plan, they're working towards it, they want to accomplish it, and they most likely will. What's the whole purpose of, being with someone that has no drive, no ambition? They're just sitting around and just living, just waking up each and every day with no purpose in life, and that's just strange to me. So definitely get with someone who has goals and who has accomplished goals as well. Look at what he has accomplished or achieved within, the past 5 years. Ask those type of questions. Ask him what was the most challenging obstacles that he had to face and how did he do it. Because it's just good, because then if you get married one day, at least when something happens, if there's an obstacle that, pops up, at least you have faith in your man and know that he won't just sit around and be nonchalant about it, that he's actually going to take strides and do whatever he has to do to accomplish whatever he needs to do to take care of himself, his wife, and his children. So these are the type of things that I feel like a lot of women do not think about, especially when it comes to creating families and marriage. It is bigger than looks. It is bigger than sex. It's creating, civilized families. And I feel like when you lay down with the right man, marry the right man, I should say, not instead of lay down, when you procreate with the right man, you have civilized children, and they're just able to do more in life, and they can look at their parents and be proud of where they come from, and they want to achieve more and be great civilized people. When you don't really have a great foundation, your children are just kind of just out there wilding out. They don't have a purpose, because they look at their parents and they don't even see the purpose of why their parents kind of brought them into this world. It's just like, they didn't have their ish together, and then they had you, or not you per se, but they have this child, and they don't have anything to be proud of. They look at their father and their mother, and there's nothing to be proud of. And then they kind of look at other people, and they become insecure or have this inferiority complex. Just feel as if they're inferior because they don't have anything going for themselves. So I think it's definitely important to get with a man who is intelligent, self-sufficient. He needs a woman, but he doesn't need a woman to take care of him financially. He needs a woman to complement him. He needs a woman to be a wife and a mother. What else? I know I'm missing stuff. Oh, one big thing too is anger. If he has anger issues, that can always be a dangerous situation for the wife or children. So how does he deal with his anger? Or, is he violent? Is he someone who always curses at you? I cannot stand men or women who curse at their significant other. I think it's horrible. The screaming and cursing it's a turn off, and it's not fair for your children to witness that. That is just disgusting in my opinion. I feel like men and women should have self-discipline when it comes to dealing with your anger or just your emotions in general. And as women, we should definitely work on that before we even think about getting in a committed relationship is, how to deal with certain obstacles. And when you are sad or angry per se, what can you do to alleviate the anger? Like, you don't want to be banging on walls and screaming and cursing at the man or woman, whatever you're into. But we definitely want to conduct ourselves as civilized men and women. And what I find that works for me, I'm not really an angry person, but I have my moments when I'm sad. Meditation is always great for me, working out. And I'm really big on herbs. And I love to cook, or just going out in the sun, just getting that sunlight that always lifts me up. So find ways to help you become relaxed and just remove yourself from the situation, calm down, think logically, and figure out how can you talk in a civilized manner to your man or woman without it, exploding and going too far. But it should never be violent, never slap a man in the face or stuff like that. I think it's just so weird. So yeah, how does the man deal with his anger? And what else? Because I know I'm missing a lot. But I think those are the main ones that I was thinking about. Just certain things you want to look for. Get the best man. So don't settle. Do not settle. There are great guys out there. But don't settle with the ones who just don't have nothing going on for themselves. Why not get with a guy who has worked on himself, who has accomplished a lot, and you have done the same? Get with that guy. You guys both deserve each other, but don't settle with a guy who don't have ish going on for himself, because then he's just going to use you. And that goes for men too. Don't just settle down with any type of woman. Look at the qualities. Does she have a lot of traits that, you would want in a wife and a mother? Don't just settle with anyone just because she looks good, or, she has just because she has a job or education or whatever. There are certain other qualities that we should be looking for in order to be happy and to thrive as individuals and as couples. So yes, those are just certain things that I think we all can work on and do better. Anyways, I hope you all are doing fabulous, and I hope 2017 will be amazing for you. May you accomplish many goals. Yeah, so take care. Love you all. Bye.